Taylor. Wyatt Gentry, number 18, returning defensive back. On the offensive line, watch 59, Parker McIntyre Craig. Carter Billieu also on the offensive line. He's number 56. And Jaron Sharp returns number 20. He's the leading tackler for the Danville Warriors. The penalty, as Fancher kicked the ball out of bounds, will move the football to midfield. Danville will start the ball game at the 50-yard line. In his first varsity start, the junior quarterback, 5'10", 150 pounds, Trey Thompson. Trey Thompson is your starting quarterback for the Warriors. Running out of the shotgun, 3 wide to the right. The give off the right side to Graham Smith, and the defense comes up and makes a stop. In fact, 7 returning starters for Franklin to come into this ball game. Even though they were 3-7, they feel really good about their team. Last year, the 2 safeties were outstanding in Reese and Baker. Reese had 74 stops. Baker had 92. Houston, Owens, Klein, Jones, and Dinkins all returned defensively, along with Pyatt Scowett, Delgado, Byerly, who plays both ways, and Johnson. So they've got a lot of experience on the defensive end for Franklin. Thompson throws to the right. This is Wiest. He gets across the 50 and a couple yards before he's brought down. And a good pitch and catch for Danville to set up a 3rd down.
Tackled by 24, Zach Klein. Gain of about 3 yards on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Zach Klein was the tackler. Last year he had 46. You never know what to expect in the first game, but one thing's for certain. Trey Thompson completed his first pass. This is his first varsity game, starting that is, and a 3-yard play. Thompson rolls left, throws to Wiest, almost picked off Klein, drops him, he fumbles the ball, and they call it incomplete. B.J. Wiest did not have possession of the football. It is incomplete. It'll be 4th down upcoming for Danville. And the Warriors look like they're going to be forced to punt this football. It'll be punting for Danville. Number 87, Aaron Brayback, the junior, 5'9", 155. The return guys in the punt game, J.D. Seaver, number 19, and Bo Baker, 21. We know how special he is. The punt, high and away. Fair catch called. He bobbles it and touched after he makes the catch by Brylan Krager, the junior, 6'2", 165. But Franklin will take control of the football. 1st down and 10 here in the first quarter. With 7 minutes and 35 seconds to go here in the first period. The Grizzly Cubs on top by a score of 7-0. Quarterbacking for Franklin, as we talked about, the junior Clay Pinnock, 5'9", 176, really struggled his sophomore year, but Coach Cole and staff has every bit of confidence that this ball club will be led by Pinnock, who comes back with another year under his belt. Ruger, the ball carrier. Good job up front by Danville. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10. Good effort
28, Alex Luger's on the carry
by the Warriors.
23, Andrew Smith. No gain on the play.
One of the linebackers, Carter Pruitt, 5'10", 165 pounds, number 13, was able to come in and get some help. Now, number 20, Darren Sharp in the ball game defensively for Danville, number 20. He's one of their top tacklers and returners for the Danville Warriors. And they look for a lot of things from him. Jamie Comer thinks that he's got a lot of talent, a lot of upside. Ruger, and the big guy comes in from the left side. That's number 49, two-way player, Evan Lawrence. He's 6'7", 230. He'll play the Y slot. He'll play a lot of tight end for Danville this year. Danville has some size on the outside offensively. And then as you see, they've got some size on the inside with Braden Hahn, number 74, at nose tackle, the junior at 6'1", 230. They've got to control the running game in order to stop Pinnock from getting some open looks downfield. 3rd and 8 for Franklin. The ball on the 12-yard line. The Grizzly Cubs on top, three-man front for Danville, running a 3-5 defense. Pinnock, the lefty, out of the backfield. Rugers to about the 19-yard line. They'll mark it over about the 20, and I believe that is a first down. A nice catch by Alex Lugers, a sophomore, 5'10", 185, coming out of the backfield, and that is another Franklin first down.
Run out of bounds by 18, Wyatt Gentry. Play results in a Franklin first down.
Wyatt Gentry was a defender for Danville, another returning starter for Coach Comer's ball club. Shotgun to Pinnock. Rugers, they found something down the middle, 35-yard line, and finally dropped. After another gain and another first down, they're able to run the football early on. Gentry was the guy that came up and made the tackle along with Sharp.
Tackle by 18, Wyatt Gentry, and 24.
For Danville.
Play results in a Franklin
16-yard gain for Ruger. The ball at the 36-yard line. 4 wide, split out for Pinnock, the southpaw. Three-man front for Danville. Pinnock, quarterback draw to the 40, missed tackle, and Gentry finally gets him from behind. And he had some help there by Caden Collins, number 12. Caden Collins also had some playing time last year for Danville. He's a junior, 6'3", 165 pounds, but not good enough as Franklin gets a first down. Franklin is controlling the line of scrimmage. They've got a big offensive line up front. Reese Byerly, the left tackle, at 260. Brody Stevens, the left guard. Connor Voris is a center. Prob Gill, the right guard. Sam Welch, the right tackle. And John Shepard is that big blocking tight end at 6'2", 235 pounds. Ruger, right side. Excellent job up front by the Danville Warriors to stuff the blocking scheme from Franklin. And it was number 11, Trey Ross, did a nice job. Again, a lot of size for the Warriors. Ross, 6'5", 205. The junior came up with a tackle. Did a nice job getting off the block and making the stop. That is a loss on the play of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. The clock running at 4.5 to go here in the first period. The Grizzly Cubs on top by a score of 7-0. Pinnock out of the shotgun. 4-man front for Danville. 3 linebackers. Rugers the give, and an excellent job penetrating the line of scrimmage for Danville.
28, Alex Lugers on the carry.
Gregory K, number 66, 5'10", 310 pounds, comes up and gets behind the line of scrimmage and blows up the play, and another loss. It'll be 3rd and 13.
66, Gregory Cade.
This is a big opportunity now for the Danville defense.
Third down.
And for Franklin, a nice challenge. As the quarterback, Pinnock, calls it out. 3-step drop, getting a rush. Rugers at the line of scrimmage. A flag is thrown. Great defense there by Danville, 24. Ethan Walls came up to make the stop. Ethan is a 6'1" senior, but a flag on the play. Officials are talking to Jamie Comer, so this might be an infraction against Franklin. And Jamie Comer is thinking, let's take the penalty, let's push him back, and let's play game field position right now. Down 10-0, now 7-0 with 3:30 to go here in the first period. It'll be 3rd and 18 now for the Grizzly Cubs. Danville's going to take out a defensive end.
Replay third down.
Ross, 11, and bring in Christopher DiBenedetto. DiBenedetto, my apologies. Christopher, 6'5", 170, another guy with a lot of size. Cade jumps offside, and we're going to see much of that here in the first game of the season. A little bit of jitters from both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Marker is offsides against Danville.
As Gregory Cade jumps offside, the junior. A lot of size in the middle, 5'10", 310. You need that at Class 3A because a lot of football teams at this level love to run the football. Got to control that line of scrimmage regardless. Rugers, left side, got some penetration, Gentry, and drops him down at about the 30, 41-yard line. Nice job by Danville. Their defense comes up big and forces a fourth down here, and we have an injured player on the field.
Loss of about 5 yards on the play brings up fourth down.
There is an injured Grizzly Cub at about the 41-yard line, and that is simply unfortunate to see, but Wyatt Gentry did a fantastic job reading that play. The senior, another lanky warrior at 6'5", 175 pounds. We'll take a break. You're watching high school football on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
I bought a 2020 Kia Telluride. It's amazing. I love how spacious it is. Children in there, as well as all of my signs for my job. The customer experience here is top notch. They are super quick, get me in, whether it's an oil change or anything else, and make sure that I am well taken care of.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They
them at Universal, UNIVERSALRFG.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance Training Indianapolis, area grade and training high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit GenesisSportsPerformance.com. J.D. Seaver came in to punt. The kick went off the side of his leg. It just went 11 yards. And now Danville takes over in fantastic field position at their own 50. Trey Thompson at the helm. In motion is Tanksley. Take Tanksley with it on the right side of the fly sweep. And he's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. Penetration there defensively by Franklin.
Tackled by 2, Zach Reese. No gain on the play. Second down.
Wenchel Francois, senior at 6'2", 211, came up and created a lot of pressure. He was not on the 2-deep depth chart, but he's out there playing right now. And by the way, the injured player who walked off the field on his own power was Rugers, the running back, number 28, Alex Lugers, who's had an outstanding first quarter for Franklin. Grizzly Cubs on top, 7-0. Tanksley in motion. They give off the right side. That's Robinson, Sean Robinson. He had a few carries last year. In fact, about 95% of the Warriors' offense is gone. So they're going to develop this program offensively, and hopefully for Coach Comer, they'll be ready to go by sectional time. And speaking of the sectional, it's a good one. It's a really good one. Tri-West is in there along with Monrovia, Western Boone, who Justin Pelly has done a great job there. In fact, Jamie Comer had worked for him on his staff. North Montgomery, Speedway, and Crawfordsville, who will be rebuilding. Thompson looking downfield to the middle, Wiest, and the catch is made on the defense was Zach Klein, short of the first down, but a nice pitch and catch to build his confidence. Remember, this is a journey. It's not a sprint. What you might see, and probably what you should see out of game one is not what you're going to see in game number 7, 8, 9, 10. Still at the developmental stage, but you certainly want to win the football game. There's no question about it. And these young men are playing as hard as they can. And the coaches are doing the best they can as well. Franklin trying to put pressure at the line of scrimmage. Crowd thought there might have been some offsides, but nobody crossed the neutral zone. And a timeout is going to be called by Danville. Trey Thompson wants to talk it over. He wasn't quite ready to have the center snap the football. So now we've got 48.9 seconds to go. Danville has great field position. This will be an interesting call because we have 4th down and 2. Last year, Danville loaded with a lot of seniors. In fact, quarterback Cal Payne led this ball club, and he threw the ball well. And they had 2 running backs who ran over 600 yards, but this year they've got a lot of unproven talent. But it's just game 1, and they're ready to play. And Jamie Comer wants a timeout here. 4th down and 2 at the 42.5-yard line. For Danville, that's Trevor Stutes, number 3. He'll line up to the right side. Thompson, 56. One of the linemen, Carter Billieu, in motion to the right side. Wiest in motion. Toss sweep, B.J. Wiest. He's got a first down. He's got more. 30, and finally dropped out of the 27-yard line. B.J. Wiest with a first down, 6'2", 180 pounds. Off the toss sweep, in motion. He got a lot of speed ahead of him. He goes out of bounds and stops the clock with 42.6 seconds. And the Warriors are now knocking on the door at the 25-yard line of the Grizzly Cubs. Two tight ends set for Danville. Trey Thompson over center. Motion man is Wiest. Give off the left side. And that's number 20, Darren Sharp. He gets really positive yardage off the left side before one of the linebackers comes up and makes a stop. And that's Jesse Pyatt-Scoet makes a stop, number 44. A nice run of 8 yards as we're near the end of the first quarter of play. We've learned one thing. Both ball clubs have been able to run the football early on in this contest. But Franklin has seen pay dirt. So at the end of one, it's Franklin 7, Danville nothing. We'll return. You're watching high school football on indianasports.net.
Hi, I'm Steve Hartley, owner and founder of High Gear Marketing, a digital advertising company focusing on data to help businesses improve market share and drive new customers. Are you tired with the lack of accountability from your current vendors? Are you frustrated with your return on investment? Well, my program is different. You actually don't pay unless you sell something. High Gear Marketing takes all the risk. You have zero to lose. If you're interested, text me at 317-523-4100. Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
Trey Thompson leads Danville back out on the field as we head into second quarter play, brought to you by Built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779, and by Genesis Sports Performance Training, Indianapolis area, grade and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. Thompson, right side, 10, 3, down to the 2-yard line. Danville running the football off the right side and doing a good job tonight. Darren Sharp, once again, number 20, carrying the pigskin for Jamie Comer's ball club bat. is a first down. They'll mark the football at the 5. In motion off the right side to the goal line. He did not score. The big guy in the middle, 64 for Franklin. Reese Byerly, 6'2", 260. He's got a lot of Division II schools and NAIA schools looking at him. And if this team can really progress, I think bigger schools are going to look at him too, because Coach Cole talked about the fact that he's got long arms, and you want to have that if you want to play offensive line. That may be where he ends up at the next level. This one down to the 1-yard line. Sharp lines up behind Thompson. The give to Sharp, right side. Preliminary signal, he scored. Touchdown. Danville touchdown. Darren Sharp off the right side. It is now 7-6. Touchdown, a 1-yard run off the right side with 10:30 to go in the second. Caleb Harvey in to kick the extra point. Trey Thompson will hold. Beautiful. Tie ball game. And what do you know, for a fifth generation Harvey to play football here at Danville. He knocks it through. We got ourselves a tie ball game at 7, and it's been because Danville's been able to run the football effectively. Threw in a little tosses by the youngster Trey Thompson, but frankly, it was the running game. Good job blocking up front by the Warriors front line. And for Danville, it's Billieu at left tackle, Clark at left guard, Shelley at center, McIntyre, Craig at right guard, and Spurlock at right tackle. They're opening up those holes for the Danville Warriors. We have ourselves a football game, 7-7. And as I've talked about, this has become kind of a rivalry. Both these teams have played 3 consecutive years. Danville's won the last 2. The first ball game, it was Chris Cole and the Franklin Grizzly Cubs that won that ball game. Danville on top 2-1, and I suspect Franklin really is hungry right now because they were 3-7 last year, Class 5A. They really thought they were in a lot of ball games and could have won more games. They come in this game, as most ball clubs do, very optimistic. They play in Sectional 14 with Whiteland a favorite, with Darren Fisher. They were 6-4 last year. Terre Haute South and Terre Haute North. A little bit of a shakeup for tournaments. Here's the kick by Harvey. Down the right side, and it's taken at about the 20. 30, 36-yard line. Good coverage there by Danville. This kick, a 16-yard return by Zach Reese. Zach Reese, the return guy, 16 yards. Trevor Stutz was the guy that came down and made the tackle for Danville, number 3. Plays a lot of offense for Coach Comer this year. Nice job of tackling there. 4-man front for Danville against Clay Pinnock. You don't see a lot of left-handed quarterbacks, but Pinnock is one of them, and he's pretty proficient throwing the football. And now, having started last year as a sophomore, showing a lot of confidence out here early on. And the give to the running back as Rugers is out of the ballgame. We talked about him being injured. And that's Nick Barger. He's 5'9", 179, an inch shorter than Rugers, but he gets good yardage. They've been getting 7-8 yards per carry on first down here early on in this ball game. Taking advantage of a solid offensive line in Byerly, Stevens, Voris, Gill, and Welch. Averaging about 285 pounds. They're a little bit bigger than Danville. Pinnock pulls it back, looking deep, has a man, Max Clark. 25, 20, touchdown Max Clark. He is an absolutely big-time baseball player. We talked about that. He's a center fielder. See his great hands. He may be the #1 Major League Baseball draft choice next year. That's how good he is. And Max Clark decided he's going to play football. He's going to do it for the Franklin community. And there, Clay Pinnock drives it home wide open there off the play action for the touchdown. 13-7, Franklin on top. And the Grizzly Cubs take the lead as Patrick Fancher in number 93 for the extra point. The kick, and it's 14-7. Franklin 14, Danville 7, and they did it in just a couple plays there. Pinnock just dropped back and threw it right into Max Clark's hands for the touchdown. With that, we'll take a break. You're watching IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
I drive a 2022 Telluride Nightfall Edition. I love it. So when we found out we were having twins, we knew we needed a bigger car with a third row. So the Telluride with the captain's chairs fits perfectly with our family. It gets great gas mileage. Actually, we went to Holiday World and got averaged about 29 miles a gallon. I like the lane keep assist because sometimes kids can distract you and you're not noticing what you're doing, and it beeps at you if you are getting too close to the lines. Ray Skillman Kia is my store. I'll never go to any other store. Can you say, I love Kia?
Kia.
Say, I love Kia.
Kia.
Yay!
Tonight's game is built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance, training Indianapolis area athletes. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. Short kick, taken all around the 20 to about the 33-yard line for a 13-yard return. And that's number 12 for Danville, Caden Collins, the returner. One of the tacklers, Jake Houston, 6'4", 247-pounder out of Franklin. He's a senior. This Franklin ball club has a lot of size on their offensive and defensive line in terms of weight. Danville has a lot of height in a lot of different positions, including number 49, Evan Lawrence. He's about 6'7", 230. He's a junior. Thompson at quarterback. And the give, and boy, defensively, he is literally stood up in the air.
35 Graham Smith on the carry for your Warriors.
Graham Smith was the ball carrier, and Blake Smith, who's 6'2", 225, just a freshman, he lifted 35.
Short gain on the play.
Graham Smith up in the air, along with some help. Smith, by the way, is 5'11", 190 pounds. And he checks out of the lineup. Going back with a veteran Darren Sharp behind the line of scrimmage, behind Thompson. 56 is the right tackle, Carter Billieu in motion. Toss sweep, number 8 is Tanksley, and he's driven out of bounds. A little bit of speed on the outside. Outstanding play from the backside. Zach Reese, number 2, is one of the tacklers. Bo Baker and Zach Reese are some of the best safeties in the area. Reese 6', 181, and Bo Baker wears number 21 for Franklin, is 5'9", 186. Third down and 10 for Trey Thompson and the Warriors. A 4-man front with an outside linebacker creeping in. There's 5 guys that they're going to have to block up front. Thompson back to pass. He's getting a rush, throws downfield. Oh, and he just misses receiver there. Intended for Trey Ross. A little bit short. And again, pressure coming from the outside. Blake Smith, the freshman, number 50 for Franklin, putting the heat on Thompson.
Thompson's pass falls incomplete, intended for 17, B.J. Weiss.
And Aaron Brayback into punt for Danville once again. 8 minutes, 4 seconds to go here in the second period. Franklin has taken the lead. Bo Baker, 21, is back, along with Luke Beckert, number 18. Beckert played a lot of offense last year for Coach Chris Cole's Franklin Grizzly Cubs. Brabeck's kick. It's a little bit flat. Hits the 45. It bounces back. It did hit the knee of a Danville oncoming rusher. And that was number 42, Sean Robinson. The ball should be marked at about the 47. However, didn't have control of it, and I think they're going to move the football, whereas finally down inside the Danville territory at the Warriors' 47-yard line. Unfortunately, it's a matter of where you control the football, not where it hits a player. It hit Sean Robinson's knee, and then Danville came up and down the football inside the Warrior 48. Pinnock at quarterback. Hit Max Clark with a big touchdown to take the lead. To his fullback, John Shepard. Shepard also plays tight end, and he's off the right side. He's another valuable asset to this ball club. He can block. He's got some size, and they pick up some positive yards. Gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Danville, 4 defensive linemen. The temperature this afternoon in the mid-80s. There is humidity. It's very difficult for both ball clubs to play in this first game, but certainly there have been hotter days out here in August. Left side, big run for Franklin. That's a 1st down. Runs over defender B.J. Weist, and 35, John Shepard coming out of the backfield. Normally plays a lot of tight end, has a lot of size for Coach Cole. Gets a big gain there and a 1st down off the left side. 17-yard gain for Shepard. Ruger's originally in the ball game. He is injured. Shepard will be the lone back. He'll stand beside his quarterback, Clay Pinnock. 3 wideouts to the right. Pinnock, quarterback sneak all the way, left side, got a block. And down to about the 16-yard line, and that will be very close to a 1st down. And it is. Clay Pinnock looks like about an 11-yard gain. The Grizzly Cubs have had it their way running the football. And little play action to Max Clark, who's now lined up on the near side. 3 wideouts to the right. Shepard in the backfield now. We did not expect him to run the football tonight behind the backfield. There he is. And number 20, all over the place. Darren Sharp playing offense was the guy that met him in the hole to make the tackle.
Tackle by 20, Darren.
Trey Ross checking in the lineup.
20, Darren Sharp. Gain of about 4 yards on the play. Brings up 2nd down.
About a 4-yard gain from Shepard, but boy, he really pounded the Danville defense here. Danville with a 3-man front. Pinnock keeps it himself, right side, and he's dropped inside the 10. Converging on him among one of the tacklers was Wyatt Gentry, number 18. It is a very physical football game right now. For Danville, Sharp took a hit, Gentry took a hit. Shepard running very hard, and there was Pinnock that time running around the right side for a big gain. It'll be 1st down and goal. They'll run out of the Wildcat. It'll be Braden Isley, 21, coming in for Pinnock. Out of the Wildcat, number 21. This is Isley. Left side, turns the corner, nobody there, touchdown. Braden Isley, 6-yard run. With 4:46 to go in the first half. Run a little quarterback bootleg or out of the Wildcat, if you're familiar with that, because they didn't have a quarterback. And the right side of the Danville defensive line caved in. Nobody was there to contain the edge. Fancher in for the extra point for Franklin. Jake Houston, the long snapper. Here's the kick. It's good. And with that, Franklin 21, Danville 7. Tonight's game built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. Game also brought to you by Genesis Sports Performance Training here in Indianapolis, training both area, grade, and high school athletes and adult strength training. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. You're watching IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Universal Roofing and Exteriors is a family-owned and operated business, providing care and honest service for over 30 years. Universal has always been a little bit different. Their certified and trained employees don't just provide excellent work at a fair low price. They care about their customers, simply providing great customer service. Quality, honesty, dependability. That's Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Call us today at 317-257-0779.
Back at Danville, Fancher to kick off for Franklin as the Grizzly Cubs have taken a 21-7 lead. This is Robinson from the 10. Make that B.J. Wiest. Wiest is the return guy, number 17. Klein came up and made the tackle after about a 23-yard return. B.J. Wiest was the guy that returned it. Zach Klein came up and made the tackle. Trey Thompson will lead the Danville Warriors from his own 33-yard line, trailing 21-7 here in the second period of play. Thompson at quarterback, Sean Robinson the running back. A motion man, Sean Robinson, one tackle miss, got a couple yards there. And the tackle was made by Nate Owens, number 6. Owens, 5'9", 175-pounder. Owens a senior. When you're playing young players like Franklin did last year, you develop a lot of depth. And certainly that's what Coach Cole was able to do with Franklin. And it looks like the left guard jumped off sides here as the flags fly. Unfortunately, number 63, Marshall Clark, jumped offside. He's 5'11", 230 pounds.
False start. Still second down.
Second and 10. B.J. Wiest, number 17, checking the lineup for Jake Scrafton, number 4. Scrafton, 6'6", 185-pound sophomore. Robinson behind Thompson. Thompson pitches forward. Good run, knocked out of bounds by Bo Baker. Nice run by Danville. And because the football was forward, that has got to be a pass. There's no doubt about that. Trevor Stutes, number 3, the senior, 6'1", 195. That is a pass, and that's an 8-yard pass play. That pitch was forward. Nice call by Coach Comer and the Warriors there. Lineweber, number 8 for Franklin. One of the players. There's another timeout for Danville. Number 8, motion Teak Tanksley, 5'6", 150-pound junior, was the guy in motion, but they did not snap the football. Trey Thompson wants another timeout. That is the second timeout of the half. So one timeout remains in the half for Danville, down 21-7. It's pretty critical right now for Danville to come down the field and score, try to get this ball game closer before halftime, and then settle their team together, particularly because it's the first game. You're not going to be perfect. There's no doubt about that. But frankly, Danville has done a nice job, even though they've only scored 7 points, running the football. And that little pass there a minute ago from from Trey Thompson to Trevor Stutes was a nice design play for Danville to get them close to that first down marker. It'll be 3rd and 2. This ball game built by Universal Roofing Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. Sharp in the backfield. Takes it off the right side. He's going to get the first down. Good job of blocking up front off the left side as one of the linebackers for Franklin, Jesse Pietzkowit, number 44, 5'8", 174-pound senior, was one of the Grizzly Cubs to make the tackle. Reese Byerly, who plays both ways, checking out of the game. Getting some help from number 51, Wenchel Francois, number 51, for Franklin. We talked about him earlier in the ball game, making a big stop for Coach Cole's ball club. Thompson keeps, pitches it back. A nice run there from Danville. That was Teak Tanksley. Tanksley off the pitch from Thompson on the boundary side. That is a first down from Danville. Good spacing between the quarterback, Thompson, and Tanksley to get the first down. Nice run. First down for the Warriors at the 40. This is a critical drive here in the second period. Danville trails 21-7. Trey Thompson back to pass, looking downfield, throwing deep right side, and he had his man knocked down by Bo Baker from behind. Trevor Stutes was the intended receiver, number 3, and Bo Baker recovered just in time to break up that potential big-time pass. Probably wouldn't have been a touchdown, but boy, that'll put the ball inside the 5-yard line there. The good news is for Danville, it stops the clock. 2:51 to go here in the second. Play clock is running. It's already down to 5. Thompson, running back, quick hitter off the left side, right off the center. Nice job by Sharp, Darren Sharp. Doing a good job running right off the center. Shelley's the center, number 75, 5'11", 195 pounds. Doing a nice job up front blocking for the Warriors. Sharp in the backfield behind Thompson. Clock at 2:10 to go in the quarter. Sharp, this time off the right side. He's got good yardage. Reese finds them, the safety, and Jake Houston, linebacker. Hey, anytime that safety linebacker come up and make the stop, you know you've got some things going in your running game because you're able to get in the second half of the backfield. That is another Danville Warrior first down. Now under 2 minutes to play, and the Warriors still have one timeout left, and they are going to burn this one, and Coach Comer is not happy. And with that, we'll take a timeout on IndianaHighSchoolSports.net.
Looking for training that makes a difference? Then Genesis Sports Performance is for you. Whether you're a grade school, high school, or college athlete, or just looking to get back into shape, Genesis has customized programs providing rapid gains in strength and conditioning, speed and agility. Genesis features a 7,000 square foot facility with state-of-the-art weight room and huge turf surface. Call Genesis at 386-7459 or visit them at genesissportsperformance.com.
We are back at Danville. Franklin has taken the lead here in the second period of play, but Danville has burned its final timeout. They have added some time to the clock. There are now 2 minutes left to go until halftime. Franklin 21, Danville 7. Tonight's game built by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. And by Genesis Sports Performance Training in the Indianapolis area. Genesis Sports Performance for grade school, high school athletes, and adult strength training. Visit genesissportsperformance.com. First down and 10 on the 28-yard line for Danville. Sean Robinson checks back in the ball game. The lone running back, toss sweep, Stutes. And Franklin diagnosed that play absolutely perfectly. Jacob Dinkins came in from his cornerback position and made the stop. Dinkins, number 37, a 5'10", 170-pound junior, dropped Stutes down behind the line of scrimmage for a 7-yard loss as the clock continues to run. 1 minute and 33 seconds, and Danville has to hurry. They're not hurrying right now, and perhaps it's because we're playing in game number 1, but boy, that clock is winding down quickly. Thompson. Hands off, right side, fumble on the play, and I think Trey Thompson may have it. The clock is still running at under 1:10 to play in the half. Trey Thompson does indeed recover the football.
Fumble on the play, recovered by Danville.
Now the clock running under a minute to play. It'll be 3rd down and 17. No gain on that play. And for Danville, they have to find a way to get a first down here. Otherwise, they're going to run out of time. Third down and 17. 5-man rush for Franklin. And the whistle blows. Franklin and Chris Cole and his staff wants a timeout. And they'll take the timeout at exactly 30 seconds left to go in the half. 3rd down and 17. The question is, Danville, do you try to find the end zone here with 30 seconds left? The ball's on the 35-yard line. Or you try a pass, get a first down, and then maybe try to throw the ball in the end zone. A critical call right now. I suspect Franklin and Chris Cole, they're going to attack the line of scrimmage. They're going to put 7, 8 guys, and they're going to force Trey Thompson to get rid of the football quickly. I don't think they're going to allow him to have enough time to throw the football. But we'll see. Let's see how aggressive Coach Cole is here on 3rd down and 17 with 30 seconds remaining in the half in the first ball game of the season. On top in the driver's seat, 21-7. Trey Thompson, the quarterback, number 10, with Sean Robinson in the backfield. Out of the short pistol here. Running back in motion. Thompson rolls right, looks downfield, throws, and it is short. A pass intended for Trey Ross. At least for Danville, it stops the clock with 25.3 seconds. Now 4th and 17, and the ball on the Franklin 35, probably a little bit out of field goal range, but it appears that Coach Comer is going to go for first down here. If anything, they need a first down. They need to get the football down to the Franklin 18-yard line to sustain this drive. The young quarterback, Trey Thompson, at the helm for Danville. He'll go right under center here. 5-man front. They're blitzing him. Down the middle, and this one is caught by B.J. Weiss. This one is a first down.
down.
Have to stop the clock here to move the chains. About a 20-yard pass play down the middle of the field, a first down, and B.J. Wiest, the number one receiver, perhaps the best two-way player coming back from last year's Danville team. Beautiful pass down the middle of the field by the young Trey Thompson. This is a first down, critical for Danville, as another timeout is called with just 15.9 seconds remaining. 21-7, Franklin on the scoreboard here in the second period of play. Franklin's offensive and defensive lines, for the most part, have played extremely good football here tonight. But young Trey Thompson trying to bring Danville back into this ball game. If he can put points on the board, we've got ourselves a competitive battle as we go to halftime. Now we add a couple more seconds on the clock. There's 18 seconds remaining. This game brought to you by and built by Universal Roofing and Exteriors. Visit them at universalrfg.com or call 317-257-0779. Trey Thompson now out of the shotgun. He's now under the center's grasp, getting a little bit more space to throw the football. Three-step drop down the right side, open, touchdown, B.J. Wiest. B.J. Wiest in the left corner of the end zone for the touchdown. Trey Thompson finding him open, ball underthrown just a tad. Defense a little bit late, and Wiest uses his body as a shield to protect himself and makes the catch at 6'2", 180 pounds, a touchdown. That is a 20-yard toss from Trey Thompson to B.J. Wiest. Caleb Harvey in for the extra point. As I mentioned, a fifth-year generation Harvey here at Danville. And we have an illegal procedure. There was some activity up front for Danville on that offensive line, and they're going to be penalized 5 yards. So maybe instead of a 19-yard kick, now Caleb Harvey has a chance to knock it through from, maybe they'll set up at the 15-yard line. Maybe it'll be a 25-yard extra point attempt. 21-13 our score with 11.8 seconds to go in the half. Trey Thompson will hold. DiBenedetto will snap for Danville. The kick is up. This one is good. 21-14. Caleb Harvey drills one through for Danville, and the Warriors are making this one a football game here at home in the opener. With just 11.8 seconds to go, Danville punches it in as Trey Thompson finds B.J. Wiest. That should be an interesting combination as this season progresses for Coach Comer. B.J. has come up with a couple nice catches downfield on critical third down conversions, including that touchdown catch, which now draws Danville within 7. Once again, the Warriors last year 10-2, Class 5A. Last year 3-7. They were a young team last year with sophomore Clay Pinnock at the helm. This year, Clay Pinnock, a junior, has really come on strong. He's done a nice job tonight, throwing a deep touchdown pass to leading wide receiver from last year, and as we mentioned, phenomenal baseball player Max Clark for the touchdown. Ball drilled down the middle of the field at the 25, and there is a hit at the 33-yard line. Bryce Richardson was the return guy on the short kick from Danville, and the clock stops at 6.9 seconds. Maybe one